Hey everybody, welcome to the Walkthrough Project, where we look at storytelling in themed entertainment. And today we're going to be looking at dark rides. There are so many different ways to tell a story through a dark ride. They can be very simple and non-linear, like a haunted house attraction you might find at a carnival. They can be big e-tickets like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Forbidden Eye. They can also be interactive, Men in Black and Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters. Dark rides operate at very high capacity and they move a lot of people. So your story needs to work with that fast-moving pace. You need to keep things going. That's not a problem if you have a property that people understand, but for a lot of companies, when they are asked to make a dark ride and they need to tell a story, and there's never been anything established with it, there's no movie or a character, you need to get out a story very quickly because it's going to engage guests a lot better than just some sort of random thing. So we're going to use that as our creative challenge today. We're going to create a dark ride attraction that doesn't have an established IP, but we're going to use storytelling to make it come alive, be able to understand what we're trying to say, and really make it a memorable experience. So this is Walkthrough Project number 1, a family-friendly dark ride called Time Warp. So Time Warp is a dark ride that's a twisted version of time. It's the past combined with the future. This attraction is more of a narrative than a story. But with every narrative, there's a theme that plays out throughout the attraction that is on display in every show scene that ties everything together. Now, the theme on Time Warped is very simple, and it's right there in the title. The theme we're going to play with that's going to carry through is Warped. So for the backstory for this attraction, we're going to introduce guests to the Time Travel Society, or the TTS. These are the people that have discovered time travel. And we're going to see that they have been extremely careless. They've taken stuff from the past and put it in the future, and taken the future back into the past. They are simply a warped group of people. Now, how do we tell the story of this crazy group of people without using a lot of time? So, we're going to use context clues. These are things that we'll place throughout the attraction that will give guests an idea of what's going on and will allow them to use their imagination to fill in the blanks where they can fully understand what this group is all about.
And we start off telling that story with our cue. Picture a brownstone home on a city street. Inside, it's full of cluttered oddities. A Greek statue wearing an active jetpack. It's an antique store mixed with futuristic items. Photos establish that the TTS has traveled through time, and they've been pretty careless.
So the cue gives us two different ways to set up the experience. First, we let people understand who the Time Travel Society is. They are an extremely careless group. And it's through that and those context clues where we give people this feeling of this cluttered, crazy, messed up bunch of people that plays into that overall theme of a very warped experience. The technology that's going to operate our ride system is a trackless system. A trackless system lets us move back and forth and shift around. Keeping in our theme of warped, we want that sense of people don't know where things are going to go.
The vehicle design plays into the warp theme. These 6-seater time pods look like they were put together using vehicle parts from different points in time. There's also a screen that lets guests know where they are in time.
So with our guests comfortably seated inside the time pod, we take them through time into the past or the future.
Having set up the story of something chaotic, mixed up, and warped, the attraction show scenes follow through on that theme. The show scenes surround you like Men in Black and feature touches of whimsy you can find in Mystic Manor. Here's a few examples of what happens inside the attraction. Held inside a Roman Colosseum, guests will become participants in a futuristic race for the ages. Hovercrafts, a Corvette, a Chariot, and a Model T are just some of the vehicles that will zoom by our time pod as we ride along in the craziest race ever seen. What does a World's Fair from across the eras look like? It's jetpacks and the invention of the internet. Teleportation and the premiere of the toaster. Decades of technology come together for a great big beautiful tomorrow. Where have I heard that before? It's a futuristic alien invasion during the prehistoric age. Pterodactyls dive bomb alien spaceships, and T-Rex does his part to stomp out invaders from another planet. It's a battle of cosmic and Cretaceous chaos playing out in front of our eyes. With a name like Time Warped, we couldn't end our attraction without something going wrong, could we? It's something we've set up even before the guests have entered the queue. The time pod malfunctions, sending guests into a time warp. It's a swirling storm of electricity and time. Music from different eras fade in and out as artifacts and images, old and new, swirl around us. Our time pod spins like a mad tea party cup, giving guests the sinking sensation that they'll be stuck at this moment for a long time. But our time pod kicks into gear and transports us back safely to the Time Traveler Society headquarters.
Even our gift shop follows through on the Warped story. Here you can buy a pet rock, or a Rubik's Cube, or some futuristic shot glasses.
Dark rides allow us to tell any kind of story. With original attractions, it's important to establish that story early, even before the guests enter the queue. Making it visual, using context clues, and a solid repeated theme will help guests understand and connect with the story. Storytelling is key to making an attraction more than a ride. And in our case, it can bring an original idea to life and make it as memorable as a story we've known for years.
That's it for the Walkthrough Project #1, Time Warped. If you'd like to read the original treatment, there's a link for it on the blog. I'm Robbie, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.